Hey guys, and welcome to my space. Of course, you know my name. It's Nikki Antoine. That's beside the point. So this we're doing something different. Okay, so we're doing a little story time, and I'm just playing with my little cards. But anyways, so I wanted to get on here and kind of share how I came about a new project that I'm releasing to the channel. So we're doing a story time. And this new project is I'm going to be looking at the solar phases. Now, solar phases are a little bit different from the seasonal readings that I do. You know, the seasonal readings being, for instance, we're going into Capricorn season, so there's going to be a reading for a Capricorn season. But this is very different because the solar phases that we go through, just like lunar phases, are, it's as if you could, from what I'm understanding, and you know, of course, I'm still doing research. I don't like to do as much like Google research because I feel like you can find a lot of misinformation. And so I tend to do a lot of like intuitive research, kind of hunting through the halls of the Akashic Library. And so what I'm understanding with these solar phases is just as how the moon goes through all of its phases, actually the same exact thing happens for the sun as well. I had no idea. And so now I'm going to start to incorporate that into the channel as well. So so what's happening right now and how the solar phases essentially work is that every three, yeah, it is every three seasons that we go through, it's like that is a phase in of itself. And right now, we're about to come upon the new phase, which is the new phase that we're coming upon is the Yule. And so that is characterized by the winter solstice. So that's kind of the thing about all of these solar phases is that they're characterized by the solstices and the equinox. So the Yule is the winter solstice, and I'm actually looking at my wheel. We'll talk about this wheel in a second. So the Yule is this winter solstice here, and then midsummer is the summer solstice. And then of course we have both equinoxes, with like Ostara being the spring equinox and Madan being the fall equinox or autumn equinox. And then there are phases that are in between each of those equinox and solstices that mark the midway point between those two periods, right? So what I'm going to link like some pictures that might help to you know, frame your mind, if you will, because I know that I'm speaking and it's very abstract. But within each of these solar phases, there are three seasons. So for Yule, we're coming into this winter solstice, and the seasons that are within the winter solstice are Aquarius, it starts with Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces. And so right at the midway point, which would be during Aquarius season, we'll be coming into, I don't really know how to pronounce this, but it's called Imbolg. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. You'll have to correct me if I'm saying it wrong. But and that's where that midpoint is. So you can see, like, out of the three, there's a beginning point, which is where the equinoxes or the solstices begin, and then there's a height actually to that energy, and then it tapers off, and then there's a new beginning to the next equinox or the solstice. And so it's like the sun is moving in phases, and if we follow the sun's phases, we can actually kind of, there's a predictability to what could be occurring within the next season or the next year, perhaps. It's like, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm studying these solar phases and seeing how they correlate with our life, and how we can move in season with the cosmos, with the sun, with the moon, with all of the stars and everything that surrounds us. And it's like, my entire goal, at least for this channel, is to put us within the seasons, to be a part of it. It's like, instead of moving against the energy and meeting a lot of restrictions or hesitation or anything like that, it's like, if we move with the energy and see how the energy is flowing, then we'll have better results, if you will, in our lives, with our manifestations, with the things that we want, bringing our dreams into reality, or bridging our dreams into reality, all of those gorgeous things. So it's like, that's what I'm studying right now. And so you'll be soon to see the Yule reading that is coming up. I will admit, I am a little unfamiliar with it. I know that it is a pagan holiday type of thing, but I'm not super sure. This is something that was given to me, which I guess I should kind of go into the story. So I was invited to a Christmas celebration where everyone was hanging ornaments on a tree, and I received this at the very end of the party. So like, I had to leave early, and at the very end of it, I was given this wheel, and this wheel is called, I think it's called, like, what is it called? It's called a wheel of the year. And you can see how it's got all of the different, equinoxes and all solstices and every point in between. You can see how it's got all of them on there. But it's like, when this wheel was put into my hand and I looked at it, I've never seen this before. Or it's not that I've never seen it before. It's like, I've seen this in like passing. It's like, oh yeah, it's that thing. But I'm usually so focused on the zodiac or the lunar phases. But I noticed how this is a wheel exactly like the zodiac. And so I was like, wait, hang on a second. If this is how the sun moves, then that kind of says to me that we have solar phases or phases where the sun moves, and we can kind of characterize, you can see how there are different characterizations of all of these seasons, and there's actually like zodiac within this. So this was handed to me, and I immediately received a download for it. So, and it, it just strikes, and it's something that I'm going to be opening up over a long period of time. Sometimes when you receive downloads, it can take years actually to open them up. I've had a couple of downloads that I've gotten, and it's just taken a very long time. Some, like for instance, the zodiac readings, I can get the download in and I can deliver it right away. But it's like, this one is going to take a long time. And so that's what I'm introducing to the channel, is these solar phase readings. And, it's going to be exciting to see how it plays out. Of course, there will be extended readings to these as well. So members to the Dreamers Collective will be kind of getting a more in-depth look at what all of this entails. it's like I don't really know what to say here because it's like I don't really know either yet. It's something that I want to unfold, and I want to unfold it with you. So so with that being said, enjoy the Yule reading. You can find the link for the Yule reading in the top of the description box. And this is so exciting. I'm very excited to be going on this. It's actually looking like a Wheel of Fortune. So on this fortunate, turn that we're going to be experiencing in the channel. So very lovely. If you're interested in seeing that reading, you can find it in the description box, and hopefully I'll see you there. Bye guys. See ya.